Welcome back to another episode of the GODSUccess Teach and Pray. Our leader of the week's topic today will be from inequality to equality. Our Bible verse is Deuteronomy 20:13-20. Even in war, God's instructions are to be humane and not hurt the trees our enemies use for food. Are you in a relationship with anyone with no peace in sight? First, acknowledge they are human like you and treat them the same way you like to be treated. This is yours, MC and engineer, His Excellency Dakar, Dean of GODSU Chaplaincy Program, and CEO of Dakar Marketing Tools, an international graphic and printing company providing you with all your marketing needs to help you and your company grow. Our popular products are GODSU African American Bibles, magazines, banners, flyers, branded golf shirts, and jackets. Without any further ado, Reverend Dr. Leo Pickett, Chaplain, please take us away.
Slowly the road we trod, over the chasing rod, felt in the days when all had died, yet with a steady beat, had our weary feet come to a place which our parents find. We have come over a way that was hewn and watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered. Out from the gloomy past, till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is past. Almighty God, guard my lips and my thoughts as I speak, and as I share from your sacred words and from your earthly scholars, servants, and soldiers of the cross this day and this week. Amen. You will note that I started with the second verse of the Johnson song, Lift Every Voice and Sing. The first and third verses are generally favorites of people. The third verse, especially of African American preachers before they start their sermon, they sometimes it's thought of a God of our weary years and so forth. The second verse is very poignant, though. Poignant. It speaks to some of the atrocities and things that have happened to us over the years. The brothers, James Weldon Johnson, the poet, and J. Rosamond Johnson, the musician, collaborated on this. And we're emphasizing faith today. Habakkuk 2:4 says we should live by faith. And of course, the Matthew 16:8, Christ says, "Oh, ye of little faith." And if you read verses 5, 6, and 7, you'll understand what he meant by that. But let me share with you something which is called, I find it, something which is called "Don't Lose Heart." The only survivor of a shipwreck was washed up on a small uninhabited island. He prayed feverishly for God to rescue him. Every day he scanned the horizon for help, but none seemed forthcoming. Exhausted, he eventually managed to build a little hut out of driftwood to protect him from the elements and to store his few possessions. One day, after scavenging for food, he arrived home to find his little hut in flames, the smoke rolling up to the sky. The worst had happened. Everything was lost. He was stunned, grief and anger. "God, how could you do this to me?" he cried. Early the next day, however, he was awakened by the sound of a ship that was approaching the island and had come to rescue him. "How do you know I was here?" asked the weary man of his rescuers. "We saw your smoke signal," they replied. "It is easy to get discouraged when things are going bad. We shouldn't lose heart because God is at work in our lives, even in the midst of pain and suffering. Remember, next time your little hut is burning to the ground, it just may be a smoke signal that summons the grace of God." Going on with in the time I have left, Carter G. Woodson originally got the idea for the Black History celebration. He observed that both the struggles and accomplishments of African Americans were not widely studied or recognized, and that this deficit of knowledge was unhealthy for American society in general and the African American community in particular. He believed that studying and remembering the past was a prerequisite to living successfully in the present, being prepared for the future. And those are very prophetic words. And let's move on as the time is running short here. And I'm going to say to my co-host, this is Dr. Leo Pickett, chaplain and assistant dean of music for GODSU and founder of LP Community Foundation, serving seniors through music therapy and health and nutrition. Co-host, take it away.
The words clearly state, without faith it's impossible to please God. For the past 8 years, my father has been in and out of the hospital at least 17 times. And each time, my faith has to be kicked up a notch. The reason I say this to you all is because every time my father's gone in there, it's been always something pretty serious. The last time was 3 weeks ago. He was in there for two weeks in ICU. And he went in there where they wanted to put my father on a ventilator. But I prayed and I said, Lord Jesus, I prayed that my father would not have to go on a ventilator and my faith was picked up a notch. I praised God for faith because while he was there, they said he may need a pacemaker. But I prayed again. I said, God, I don't believe so. And so my father didn't have to have a pacemaker. He's out of ICU. And thank God he's back to the norm of the life that he continues to live. So again, without faith, it's impossible to please God. And faith without works is dead. So you have to do something. I'm Reverend Dr. Anne-Marie Wilkinson, an ordained chaplain and minister with Oved Seminary University. And I thank God for this day. I own a business. It's called Shop Fashion Focus. And what we do is we focus on retail, women, apparel. Thank you so much.
The just shall live by faith. This is one of my favorite scriptures. I would hear my grandmother tell us this all the time when it appeared that there was not enough money to pay bills, when it appeared that there was not enough food to go around, when it appeared that the money was not there for the mortgage. I would hear my grandmother say, the just shall live by faith. You see, there is hope for those who will hold firm and trust in God when troubles and trials come. That's what I get out of this passage in this Habakkuk 2 and 4. Habakkuk is confident that in times of trouble, God will show mercy and come through for those that are in trouble. And that's what I want to leave with you this morning. When it appears that all hope is lost, God is always on the throne and he has the final say. So me trusting God is very key and important to me living by faith. So God has not failed us. He never will. He cannot, because it's not even in his nature to do so. It is not who he is. He will always deliver and come through for his children. I am Reverend Dr. Vicki Stokes, and I am Assistant Dean and Chaplain here at Global Oved Seminary and University. And I'm also the founder of Sister to Sister Gathering. It's a mentoring, coaching, and discipleship program for women. Thank you.
This is Dr. Wills giving you a call. I'm on the road, so I'll be brief, but I just want to thank you so much, Reverend Dr. Leo Pickett, for the wonderful singing every morning, and also the words that you have are just full of wisdom. And we're just encouraged by your strength, by your wisdom, by your intelligence. I'll just mention this that was kind of interesting. About a year ago, my uncle actually came to me. My uncle is kind of the historian in our family. He came to us and he said, you know, I just found a golden nugget. We are related to T. Thomas Fortune. And I was like, who is that? Well, long story short, he's actually related to us through marriage. And my uncle had mentioned this to me. And about 2 months later, which was about this time last year, Reverend Dr. Leo Pickett was mentioning about the history of T. Thomas Fortune. And I thought, oh my goodness, what a coincidence. You know, I only discovered this guy about 2 months ago, and here, you know, Dr. Leo Pickett was mentioning the history of him and how he was a civil rights advocate way back when, during the Harlem Renaissance. And actually, because of his activities, standing up for our rights and looking for equality within the area of backwoods of Florida, where we're all from, when T. Thomas Fortune was located, was born and raised, and also my family was raised. He actually was run out of town by the Ku Klux Klan, and he ended up, I don't know the deep part of the history, but he ended up migrating to New York, where he ended up running a very successful business and newspaper publishing company. And so, anyway, I thought that was very interesting that, unbeknownst to Reverend Dr. Leo Pickett, he's actually a family member through marriage, but still nonetheless a family member. And so I just want to thank you again, Dr. Leo Pickett, for all the years of the things that you're doing, and especially focusing on the senior citizens and nutrition and the importance of it. There was a video of a woman who happens to be from Trinidad and Tobago. She's 101. And she said there's basically three things that are important in life. She said exercise, eating properly, and also getting rest. Those are very, very important. And she stressed that. And so I want to thank you for your gifts, your talents, and for your ministries. May God continue to bless you, sir, and your family and your ministry as well. With no further ado, since I'm driving, I will thank you for listening. I am Dr. Eubanks. I am CEO of Global Alliance Technology Incorporated, and we help folks get IT certified, as well as we help them get their financial house in order through financial services. I'm also the proud Vice Chancellor of Global Oved Seminary University. And with no further ado, I'll pass it over to our Chancellor for final comments. God bless you. Thank you.
What a wonderful, wonderful presentation this morning from Dr. Leo. Dr. Leo, are you still on the line? Great man of God. Dr. Leo, are you still on the line?
Yes, I am.
All right, so
I'm still on the line.
I would love for you to sing us another song, sir.
Okay, what I will do, I'll sing a short medley of African American songs. Just like a snippet.
That's on my heart. Thank you.
Steal away, steal away, steal away to Jesus. Steal away home. I ain't got long to stay here, sweet Lord. Sweet chariot, coming to carry me home, bring Lord. Sweet chariot, coming to carry me home. Deep river, my home is over Jordan. Deep river, Lord, I want to cross over into campground.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Reverend Dr. Leo. And this week, I'm telling you, I'm going to be calling on you for the next 2 weeks to sing even more, because what a lot of people don't realize, especially those who have not watched the movie Harriet, is that the singing was a way of sending messages. And all of the current genre of music that we hear in the Americas today came with our ancestors that came from Africa. That includes the guitar. The guitar was not introduced in this country until the Africans came here. Rock and roll came from the singing, the music that was brought from Africa. All genre of music that's in this country. So we're so appreciative of your beautiful singing and everything you bring to the table. Thank you so much for all that you're doing, sir. So this morning, in speaking about African American History Month, I want to introduce where in each morning we speak about the African American icons and the African American historians and those in the Bible, as well as those in business, those in industry that we have here, either in the Bible or GODSU. So we're giving credit to not only those who have gone before us and have died, but we also are giving credit to those who are in front of us today as we speak. I want us to never forget those who came before us. It is so important that we do that because they're setting the trend. This morning, I want to introduce us to the GODSU Dean of United Nations Relations. Her name is Queen Mother, Her Excellency Dr. Dolores Blakely. She is our Executive President for New Future Foundation, Inc. And I am the Jamaican President, the Jamaican chapter that we have here. This woman, a woman of compassion and caring, Queen Mother Dr. Dolores Blakely, champions the aspirations of women, children, and youth. She criticizes mankind for the economic injustice that has degraded billions of people worldwide, and champions education, basic business training, microcredit, entrepreneurship, and heart as potential solutions. A community fellow from 1981 to 82 at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, an education policy fellow 1982 to 83 of the International Education Leadership, IEL, a Fulbright scholar in Tanzania and Nigeria, 1984 to 85. Queen Mother Dr. Dolores Blakely received 2 Masters of Education degrees from Harvard University, 1982, and Teachers College, Columbia University, 1983, and a Doctorate of Education degree from Teachers College, 1990. She graduated from the Franciscan Handmaids of Mary College in 1965 with a Bachelor of Science degree in Religious Studies. She has published scholarly and popular books and articles on self-reliance, education, and recreation and culture. In 1995, Queen Mother Dr. Dolores Blakely became Community Mayor of Harlem, the first woman to hold this office. Queen Mother Dr. Dolores Blakely was appointed the community mayor of Harlem by the chief of community mayors. She was sworn in by Mayor Rudolph Giuliani. Her duties as the community mayor of Harlem is to deal with the needs of youth and children, as well as the special needs for children who are homeless, handicapped, and in foster care. From 2001 to 2008, Queen Mother Dr. Blakely has traveled extensively around the world, attending United Nations conferences, dealing with women and children issues, as well as human tragedies as it relates to the African nationals living in the United States. This year, GODSU has been to the UN twice to celebrate, well, last year was at the UN twice to celebrate with her 50th year in the United Nations, and this was celebrated across the world. If you looked at the Sister Act on TV, the movies with Whoopi Goldberg, that's her life. She's never been given credit for it, but she actually wrote her story and sent into the studios, and they then usurped her story and made Sister Act. So that's her life. She was a Franciscan nun who was in music and did all those things, and that is her life. In fact, they named Whoopi Goldberg Dolores the same name that she has. They were just so blatant with it. Queen Mother has led the delegation from the United States in returning the African nationals to their homeland for proper burial, which were all high-profile cases. Amadou Ballo-Diallo, Guinea, West Africa, 41 gunshots by New York City Police Department in 1999. Ousmane Zango, Burkina Faso, West Africa, hardworking young man killed in a warehouse by New York City police officers in 2003. Somar and Mugasa family, Mali, West Africa, 9 children and 1 month. One mother died in tragedy, fire in the Bronx, 2007. Queen Mother Dolores Blakely has been with GODSU for the last 4 years as our Queen Mother and as our everyday daily representative in the United Nations. She is mentoring several of the young people, junior ambassadors here in GODSU, in particular her excellency Cairo, who goes to do it every single month and interns directly with Queen Mother. And with that said, I want to thank her for her hard work. She's in her 70s and works as if she's in her 20s. You can't outrun Queen Mother, as she would say. And this is one of our living legacies and one of our icons. Tomorrow we'll talk about one of our ancestors who passed on, but today we just wanted to talk about her. For those who would like to help Queen Mother, right now she's in a struggle with the billionaires of New York, because the home that she's in right now is worth about $7 million, and they're trying to take it away through foreclosure. And she uses that property to help those in diaspora who come to New York and are in need of a place to stay. So she helps the homeless, she helps the handicapped, and at this time they're trying to take her home away. So if you would like to contact us, our direct number is 1-800-701-0954. You can contact extension 117, and Dr. Willis Eubanks can direct you on how to connect directly with Queen Mother, so you can save her home and save the home of so many homeless that she keeps with her in New York. God bless you all. God bless you. My name is Her Excellency, the Honorable Reverend Dr. Diane Moore-Eubanks, Juris Doctor. I am the Chancellor for Global Oved Seminary University. I am the Provost for Global Bible Institute, and I am a multi-state licensed financial advisor with Invita Financial Network. It is my honor and privilege to serve you all as your servant leader, and I call on everyone today to do their 20 minutes for 2020 to help build and uplift God's youth. God will not be cheated, so we have to be fair and need to uplift and build His kingdom here on earth, as so many are building the kingdom of the other guy. So we have to make sure that we do our 20 minutes every day, so we build God's kingdom. With that said, thank you so much. God bless you. We love you. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.
Introduce yourself.